Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back. And today, being Monday, well, it's not Monday for me, but it's Monday for you when this goes up, it's Moroccan Journal Day. And I'm going to continue from what I was doing in the last video, which is I've got a couple more projects, little pockets I'd like to do. And then we might start doing some actual work in the signature, bits of decoration. Maybe I'm going to I might add a flip out of some sort. I'm not sure yet. But there's some things I'd like to do in here before we sew it in. Hopefully I'm not going to do too much to make it difficult for myself to sew it in when the time comes. So I'm just going to put that aside for a moment. I'll just use it for reference for sizes in a little while. But in the meantime, I've been making a few master boards. Most of them I've just done the neutral backs. Something I've seen Rachel do a lot, just have them standing by. So I've done a few. It's one of those things you can just sit and do for hours. I love doing this kind of thing, these little master boards. And just to have them on the background, just ready to decorate with whichever pieces of scraps of paper for whatever journal you're making. So I've just done the one so far for this journal, but isn't that beautiful? I love all these colours. It's gorgeous. I'll just see a bit. I want to just trim at the top there, tidy it up. But I may well make another one or two, depending on what we need in the way of tags and journal cards when we come to fill the pockets. It may be handy to be able to use some of these, but I love it. But I'm going to cut it up to make, I need one pocket, I think. That's all I'm going to use it for today. Because I've got quite a few pockets now. And I've got another pocket I want to make, which I only saw on video this morning. I saw it's a Carol Laws hidden pocket that I saw her make, and I'll tell you about it when I get to it. So I want to make this pocket just a standard little, rectangle pocket, 4.5 wide. I think would be fine. So I think I haven't quite decided actually which side I want to do. I want to do this piece. I was thinking of this area, but actually I rather like this bit at the bottom. I'll keep umming and ahhing which bit I want to do. So I think I rather like this bit at the bottom. So I've committed. I've done it now. And so I'm going to use this part. So let's see, how high do I need it to be? 3.5, 3 enough. Let's make it 3.25, just to get a nice bit of decoration on there. Okay, so that's the pocket. Doesn't look very straight at the bottom. Just going to tidy that up a little bit, I think. No, that's fine. Okay, nothing came off, just my eyes. And all I'm going to do with this one, and I will, in due course, I will sew around it. And although it's been backed, it doesn't matter. It makes it nice and sturdy anyway as a pocket. And I'm just going to do my thumb notch, try and put it in the middle. And then I've got this nice piece for a journal card or 2 small tags when needed. So I'm just going to ink around it. And then that's it done. And then we'll look at this Carol Laws hidden pocket. I'll tell you about it any minute now. Okay, so that one's done, ready to be sewn. Pop it in my box. So I was watching a Carol Laws video this morning while I was having my cup of tea in bed. Because I love having a cup of tea in bed, and Richard's very good at bringing me one. And I love to sit and watch YouTube while I'm doing that. It's one of my favourite things to do. Sit in bed with my iPad watching videos, and having a cup of tea. Great way to start the day, although it's a great way to procrastinate and not get up as well. But why not? When you're retired, you don't have to get up at any particular time, which I really enjoy. So what she was doing, she's doing taking part in a collaboration with Rachel Bella Crafts and Angela Kerr. It's hashtag Jigsaw Journal, and she had a prompt to do with secret garden pocket. It's a garden, two garden kits, garden style kits that have been used by all the people collaborating in this project, or this collaborating in the collaboration. And she was making hidden pockets, and I thought, oh, I love the idea of hidden pockets, sort of thing I've always wanted to do, but I'm never sure how to do it. But one of them particularly took my eye. In fact, they were all great, and I might go back and see if I can pinch a few more ideas. But I particularly like this one, and so I thought I'd give it a go. So I've picked out a page I'm going to do it on, because it's kind of hidden in the journal. I'm sure many of you have done this kind of thing. I haven't done it like this before. So I decided to do this page, and what it was is basically you print two pages the same, one that goes in the journal and one that makes the pocket, so that you can't see the pocket because it's exactly the same paper. That's the idea. And I did print off this piece, so this is the journal page, and this is my version of it. Actually, that hasn't come out quite as... Oh no, have I got it upside down? Maybe I have, because the colour is stronger at the top, so maybe that's it. Maybe that's the top. Doesn't really matter. And I printed on the back. Unfortunately, I've got a bit of a border here, but if I cut that off, this won't lie flush. So what I need to do, I think what I'm going to do is fold this down the middle of that central design. If I can, just fold it so that it folds down the middle. And then you lie it on, or you glue it onto your page like that. And actually, you can't see the join, although I have to say, oh no, it does cut. It is a little lighter on that side. So the idea is that you can't actually see that it's a pocket because you've lined it up so perfectly that, if I can do that, that it is a pocket. Now, the original intention, Carol, sorry, her name just went from my head for a moment, was planning to make a pocket here. But she made a mistake and glued it down, and actually what she finally did was a better option. So I'm just going to trim this off here, and then you'll see what I mean. I'm going to trim them out just in case I mess it up. So you line that up here. As I say, the plan was this was the pocket, but she made a mistake, quite understandably, we all do it. Oh, you see me do mistakes many times, and glued it down. So the idea is it's glued here. This opens up for a journaling space. And it was meant to be glued there along this edge and a pocket here, which would still work perfectly well, but because she forgot and glued the wrong edge, so she glued it there and left this outer edge open, she made this a pocket instead, which works just as well. But actually, I think having the pocket here is actually maintaining this as a hidden pocket, because you've glued it down, so you would never know. Well, you can see, but obviously it's just a bit more subtle. If there's nothing popped in there, then you could just see that as a continuation of the page. So I think I'm going to try and do that. just a real shame that I have got this bit of colour, a bit of white, sorry, around the edge. So I think the only thing I can do to kind of disguise it a bit is I'm going to have to ink it. But that's the way my printer is. It doesn't print borderless, and then it doesn't even line things up so that when you cut the border off one side, it's cutting the same bit off the other side. It's annoying, but it's what I have to work with. So I'm just going to get a bit of paper and just do a bit of inking up on this edge, just to kind of disguise the fact that it's got a white edge. Whereas I'd normally have trimmed that all off, of course it will just mess out my alignment here, so I can't do that. What I do want to do though is just ink this edge, in case there's any white showing. Right, so I am going to, I hope I don't end up making a different mistake to Carol, but so I want to glue along the two edges, and that folded edge is where I'm going to glue. And the other thing I want to do, before I glue it down actually, I'm going to do my thumb notch. Just a small one, and we can pop something in there, a long narrow journal card. Is that roughly in the middle? Well, hopefully. And I did print this on slightly thicker paper than the copy paper that I've used for the journal, just because I thought it needed a little bit more strength to make it into a pocket. Glue. But I first of all I printed it on 160 GSM, thinking that would be better, but it was just too stiff, too thick, and it would have not really worked very well on here. So I've gone for this slightly middle of the line paper, which is 120 GSM. That was about right. A little bit sturdier, but not too thick. And then I'm going to line that up. Well, now I'm going to line it up with the design, I think, so that we get it nice and evenly placed. There we go. So that's glued there, and along the top and bottom. And then we have a little spot here, and actually I've got a bit showing on this side, so I'm going to have to just trim that off, I think. Otherwise it gives the game away, doesn't it, if you've got that sticking out that side. It's a shame it's not the side where the white bit was. It's always the way, isn't it? Yep. Just checking I'm not cutting both edges. Right. So, lovely journaling space, and I've used one of the backing papers that I hadn't used in the kit already, which is the lined paper. Close it up and it disappears. And you never know it was there. Well, of course you do know it's there, but now I've got to remember where I had it, haven't I? Did I have it there? I think I may have had it here, I think. Okay, so you may well have seen Carol's video, but if you haven't, I would suggest you go and have a look at all her wonderful hidden pockets, and I say I may well try some others because I really like that idea. Just gives you, you know, it doesn't take up an awful lot of space, just another piece of paper, but you get more double writing space actually, because you've got that, and then you've got the little pocket here to put another journaling spot. So that's great. I love that. Thank you to Carol for coming up with such a great idea. Lots of great ideas. So that's that. So that's 2 more pockets I've done now. So I think I've got plenty. And I still want to make a fabric belly band. So I do love a fabric belly band. I wonder if I could do that today. Wasn't the plan. Maybe I should. I'll do that another day. I've got to think about that. I hadn't planned to do that, so I will leave it for another day. And I want to just go through the signature to see if there's any little areas that we can decorate a little bit, brighten it out, add something to it. Don't want to overdo it. So I've done my little bits of gold embossing on these plainer pages. There may be some more things to add. Things like fabric tabs and things I might add, but I'll do that probably at a later date. That is looking very white along the edge there. That keeps catching my eye, so that's got to be inked. So I did tear, I think I tore the side pieces of the papers just to give them a slightly more softer look. And so usually I do any edge decorating at the end, don't I? I think one thing that I would like to do a bit more with is this envelope. What are we attached to? Oh, it's attached to some Florentine paper. So let's pull that out and put some extra bits on that because it's still a little bit plain for my mind. It's got the bits of embossing which I really like. So that's like that. So I love those, but I want to put some bits of paper on as well. Just not completely cover it because it's craft, so it doesn't have to be covered completely, but I do want to add some collagey bits to it. Let's get rid of my tree. And so I've got this jelly print I did on a big piece of book page. I don't know to use a bit of that because the colours are good, aren't they? I think I want to still do something with that. No, I know what no. I've got 2 jelly prints here and I keep getting them mixed up what I had to plan with them. This one I haven't got a plan for. I have got a plan for the other one. I don't think I'm going to use that on here at the moment. I think all I'm going to do is pull out my papers with the scraps and have some just some torn pieces because I think that's in keeping with the look, particularly with a lot of the medieval Mirage papers. She does like a torn look, so I'm going to do some torn pieces here and there, not everywhere. I'm going to ink them because I don't want the white showing. I'm just going to scatter a few bits about like that. Not completely cover, as I said. I need a book page. Oh, where was that? Oh no, that goes around there. Yeah, sorry. Just trying to make sure it goes back in the same place in the journal. And my glue. Ooh, It is, we're just coming into Easter weekend. This is the Thursday, Maundy Thursday, I suppose we call it. And the rain is chucking it down. It started off lovely and sunny this morning. It was really, really lovely and springy looking. And as keeps happening, the days seem to start sunny, fool you into thinking it's going to be a lovely day, and then the rain comes in. So, perfect day to be in my craft room. It's my feeling. Mind you, every day is a good day to be in the craft room, isn't it, really? Where else would I want to be? Just pulling out a few little pieces here and there. Just getting rid of any whiteness from the tearing. I might just wrap that around a little bit. That there. I think I might put the odd little bit of book page on it as well. Let's see. Got this funny little scrap here. No, I don't think so. Not quite what I'm looking for. Oh, lots of little tiny pieces, lovely little bit there. That would be perfect, love that. Always worth keeping these little pieces, especially if you've got some lovely old pieces of Italian. I think this is even got a little wormhole in it. Of course I got it from Rachel because that's where I get all my old papers from. Well, that's not entirely true. I have bought some from the UK, but they're never as lovely as those. Right. Oh, that's a nice piece there. Just got to tear them. Quite hard to tear the smaller pieces. I mean, you end up with a really small piece, don't you? Will that go round? Could I wrap that around? I think I probably could. Okay. Wrapped it around onto there. Don't think that'll be a problem. And I might do another little piece of, oh, I've got this. Okay. That there. Not there yet. Not quite ready to call it a day yet. Piece of this yellow or gold, really, isn't it? Not so much yellow, it's lovely golden colour. It's got a lot of white on it, hasn't it? Might be able to get rid of some of that because it's a bit too much white to ink away, I think. Yep. Right, I need a little bit more. What else have I got? Got a bit more of this Florentine paper I used on the collage, which actually would look rather good just there, wouldn't it? Or what about in the middle there? No. It's just a bit too long, isn't it? I'll just take that bit off. Going to put that there. Oop, overlap it a touch. There we go. Just want one more bit there, I think, and we might call that a day. Have I got any more papers in here? I've got this. Got a bit more Florentine paper. Maybe I could use a bit of that. I thought this paper had the right colours. No, I'm not showing that. Yep. Oh, get rid of that piece of paper. It's got too gluey. Right, so that's that piece there. So yeah, I think these sort of scattered scraps of paper, I quite like that look, just a bit different. And I need to do something on the inside, of course. Maybe I'll do some slightly bigger pieces. I need a piece down here. I think I need that piece. It's going to go there, I think. Yep. There we are. Just finishes that flap nicely. And then we want to just a few bits here. maybe some bigger pieces on that one. So, yep, like that. Sorry, I hope I haven't gone too high off the screen. Okay, so it can go there. That can go there, I think. Where'd my paper go? There it is. Along the edge of that envelope. I've got this piece here, which I might just pop there. There, like that. Looking to see if I've got any more little pieces that can just be popped somewhere. Not really. Got this little bit, I like that. And lots of long pieces. I want a little piece up here, really. What's that? Let's take that off. Bit white. Just a little bit white, isn't it? Well, I don't know. There are bits of white in there. Why not? Why not? Let's do it. Now I've lost my bit of glue page. Better get another one out anyway before it gets too gluey. Okay, that might appear and further down. Right, got this lovely piece of red here. I might just put that on. Oh, having said that, it's right again. That's where it's going to go, isn't it? In there. Got a little bit of red there, but that's okay. But I'm just wondering if I really needed another big piece of red right there. No, I don't think I do. So I think I need to find something different to put there. I have this paper here. Let's try a piece of that. Don't want too much of the black. Get rid of these white torn bits again. How would that look? I'm going to turn it the other way up. Okay, that might work. Let's put that on there. I'm going to put the straighter edge here, wasn't I? Straightish. And let's put this little bit of book page there. All right. How's that look? That there. I've got a little final little touch I think I'm going to add, just to kind of finish it off. I think we'll do a little bit of stamping on there. So I think that would be quite a nice finish to it. Oh, my fingers are so sticky. They're just sticking to all the bits of paper, making them hard to put them down. Okay. These bits back in here. Right, so the final thing I want to do on here is a bit of stamping, just a little bit. I know we've done a bit of embossing as well, so I'm not going to do too much, but I just feel it just needs a little bit of extra something. So, where is it? There it is. My daughter bought me this stamp set for Mother's Day, so I'm going to use it. This is a Stampers Anonymous Tim Holtz stamp. I'm sure you will recognise the style. And it's called Faded Type. So I think, if you look at some of the bits, that are, some of the script that's on some of the papers, it does look very similar to some of this. So I think this is the one I want to use. Peel that off. I do love Tim Holtz stamps, and I don't get around to using them as often as I should, as often as I'd like to. I often forget, but I love them. And I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use the pine cone again that I've used before. I think it just keeps the colours in keeping. And I'm just going to do a bit of random stamping around. Okay. You're in my way. There. Right, so there's a bit on there. So just livens it up a little, makes it a little bit more interesting and pulls it together a little bit. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Oh, I think are we upside down? I think we are. Okay. You possibly I might have got a better effect if I hadn't put it on the block, maybe, because it might have been just a bit softer, but I think that looks fine. And I'm going to use this again, I think. Not sure where, but I think I will. Right, that's that. And the last thing I think I want to do, am I going to have this as a... I haven't decided yet if this is going to be a side tuck or a flip out. It's quite flimsy. Might be better as a flip out. It's reasonably strong, I suppose. No, I haven't decided, so I'm not going to make that decision right at this moment. I can make that decision at another time. Right, so that is going in there like that. I'm happy that that looks a bit more complete. And the other thing I want to do, and I don't know if I'm going to have time now today. Okay, let's just put this back in here for the moment. See where we are. So got that. That's there. Got lots of things going, flappy things around the same spot now, haven't I? So I'm wondering, I might just move this to here. Okay. Or maybe even further in to there. Liven that area up a bit. Okay. Yes, there's lots of possibilities to move things around. Once I've started adding things, sometimes it doesn't quite work where it is. Okay. Now, what I would like to add, possibly to this piece, I've got some, oh, it's got buried now. Okay, I've got this piece of jelly printing. It doesn't look quite finished to my mind, but I thought I could add some stamping and it might just be enough to finish it. And I've printed on the other side from the kit, and then we can make it a flip out writing spot, I think. So first I think I will trim it. It may need further trimming, but depends where I put it in the end. So I'm going to just get my trimmer, figure out where I want it to go, and we'll see if we can get it done today, but I'm not sure if I have time. So I think I'll have to trim it on this side because I think the jelly print is possibly smaller. That's it. Alright, so I think the first thing I really want to do is to stamp all over it. Do I use the same one or something slightly different, or maybe a couple of different ones? So I've got this one that I might use. I might do a little bit of the patchwork as well that I used on some of for the embossing. This is called patchwork, as you might have guessed. I used that one. Maybe that's still the better one to use actually for this, as it's the background one. Yep, I might use a bit of that here and there, and then I might use some of the faded type as well. Let's just make this page a bit more interesting. So, okay. Try not to press too hard so that it doesn't have any hard edges. That's what I'm not so keen on. Oh, it's already getting a bit more depth of colour. Okay, yeah, I think that's made a bit of a difference already. Let's just clean that off. I'm just wondering if I've got a different colour that I could use for the faded type so that it would show up. I've actually just ordered an ink pad for this journal, but it's not come yet, and I'm just wondering whether I should wait and use that because that colour might really pop. Because by the time it comes, I might not have got anything left to stamp if I do it with something else that I don't really want to use. Have I got anything that even remotely goes in this journal? I've got a gold one, but I don't know whether that would work. Quite old. Might try it, see if I get anything. See what we get, shall we? And a little bit. Let's Just some touches of gold here and there. Not even sure if you can see them. Actually, it's coming out better than I thought. Not that you can really see what it's meant to be, but you do get the gold. Yeah, a little bit of gold there. It's another added, it's not, I can't say texture, but it's another added design, bit of design on there in the gold, like that. Right, need to give that a clean. Leave that for now. Right, so what I might do is just get the flip out, work out where it's going to go and how I'm going to attach it, but I might wait until my new ink is due, and I might just add a little bit more to the jelly print. I don't know yet. Might just add some script in my new colour. The colour I've ordered is called Morocco. I mean, how can I not? So I might have to add a bit of Morocco here and there through the journal, because once I start I might not be able to stop. Right, so I'm thinking it might work quite well with the straw paper. I'm not sure. And I don't do this kind of thing very often, but when I see it done, I think, oh yeah, I really want to do that. So it's a case of, how am I going to fix it? I'm not sure. It's obviously slightly too big. Maybe I can fold it in a bit like that. Yep. Goes around that side, it can be a tuck on that side. Maybe that's what I need to do. So I'm just going to fold that. Don't want it too big. That's just, I don't know if I'll be able to use it all. It might be too big. I think it's possibly too long. But I'm not going to trim it or do anything else to it until I've decided that it's definitely going to go here. It might go somewhere else if I decide I don't quite like it there. Not entirely convinced about the colours together. And then it could fold back like that, couldn't it? And then I could use the whole thing and put a tab on it. Could be something like that. Then it opens out, loads of writing space, and a tuck on the other side. Okay, that's how I'm going to put it on, but am I going to put it there, or am I going to put it somewhere else? Not sure yet. Could go there. Then it would cover up all my lovely embossing, wouldn't it? Well, maybe not all of it. Put it like that. That's got quite a lot of, it's quite attractive as it is with the design on it in the coffee dime. So maybe I should go back to plan A. Put it on here and not overthink it. I think my issue is it's too close again to the envelope. The envelope is becoming a bit of an issue. Okay. Where shall we put you? And put you in there, I think. Like that. We've got that. Could I move that here? Maybe that would look better there. Okay, I think this is where I'm going to leave them, and I'll come back and do a bit more work in this in the next video and see where we go from there. Possibly it'll be the cover. So I've just got a little bit of finishing work to do in this signature. A few tucks or flip outs to glue down like this, somewhere like this, and I will do that in the next video. So we did a couple of pockets. We did the hidden pocket here, which I really like. There it is. And we did our other little pocket. And a few other little bits, decorative bits. It's been lots of fun. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.